Well, good evening and welcome to Journey Ryan Live right here on My Psychic Connection. I hope everybody is ready to get some readings, guys. It is the first day of Aries. That fiery ass energy is out there. Very direct and gotta get shit done type energy. So definitely looking forward to talking to everybody and looking at all that forward energy and like pushing through obstacles that you didn't think you had the ability to do or had the ability to make happen. You're not gonna believe the things that you're capable of accomplishing in this month. So while Aries is around and making things happen, everybody's like, oh, fiery energy, oh shit. Don't worry, because Cancer's coming to save the day in Mars. But sorry, Cancers and all water signs, at this moment, this very fiery energy is going to make you feel a little bit emotional. So you're going to be pushing your energy. You're going to be putting your energy to the test. And it could either be good for you. Yeah, Audrey's like, yikes, fire. But the thing is that if you allow yourself to push forward, you won't find yourself stuck. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, this is going to be too much for me. I want you to take that energy and I want you to move forward with it. Don't push yourself to a point of a break. Take a minute. It doesn't matter if you take a minute to breathe. You're allowed to breathe. Breathing is good. It's freaking recommended. To take a minute, take a look at it, and give yourself a chance to see everything for what it is, okay? So the thing is that I know that all water signs are going to find themselves in a little bit of a pickle, but don't worry, we will get through that energy. And as long as you take a step back to look at everything that's going on, you won't be overwhelmed. Now, all the other signs should be good. They're used to that fire sign, but Cancer is getting Mars in Cancer, so that's usually everybody's little, they call the war planet. It's going to feel like a war on the water signs. But Cancer directly, because it is going into Cancer. So bang, you're like, oh shit. So the thing is that make sure that you take a moment to take a step back, breathe, because it is Aries. It's not a bad sign. It's not bad. And a lot of people recognize that fire sign as one that's a little, out there. Fire and water creates some steam energy. Absolutely, because that water sign can help calm the fire. And Groovy Brown Goddess says, hi, Journey. I'm just stumbling in from happy hour and ready to turn up. All right. Yes, guys, we had our happy hour with the Groovy Brown Goddess just before my show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Had some fun there talking about dirty little secrets. Absolutely a great thing. So it's always fun. But guys, make sure that you guys are tuning into all of our shows, because right after my show, we've got Whispers of the Forest at midnight. If you're on the East Coast, if you're on the West Coast, then it's at 9 p.m. So guys, Squirrel's in between. She's in the tween, because time is not her friend. So we really screwed her up with a time frame where she's in 2 time zones. So she's in 2 days. She's in Thursday and Wednesday. And she's like, wait a minute, I don't time. What? It's amazing how she fell into that. Absolutely beautiful energy, guys, and I hope everybody is sharing us out, giving us the love, guys. Giving me thumbs up, hearts. Let's see them if you're on our YouTube channel. And Audrey's got the heart faces. I love it. The heart eyes. So the thing is that energy is very pumped. Get it done, get it done, get it done, guys. Hey, Gemma, how's it going? And Gemma says, happy hour was great and lifted me up. Awesome. I love that. I love that for you guys. Guys, make sure we're sharing far and wide as we can. Let's see that love. Let's see those beautiful emojis. You know we love the emojis. Just keep giving us love. Conversate with your friends in here. It's absolutely recommended to have a good time, not just with the host of the show, but with your fellow audience members. You guys have a lot of things in common, and you guys come to realize that once you get the readings, because sometimes we learn something from someone else's reading. That's the way readings work. That's why they're so beautiful. This is why we are here together as a spiritual family. Don't let anybody tear that away from you. Don't ever let anybody tear that away from you. This is a place of safety and having a good time. All right. And Audrey said yes. All right, Audrey, thank you so much for that. And guys, we're going to get this party started. Guys, do know that we do have, Gemma says, I'm so invested in everyone's life on here. Yeah, it's fun. It's absolutely fun and having a great time. You can make good friends on here. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, guys. So we do have some options if you'd like to get a more in-depth read. Free readings are 2 minutes long. We also have donation for 3, 6, mini, medium, and mega. Spit it out, Junior. It ain't yours. So so definitely check those out if you guys would like to get a more in-depth reading. Paid readings are guaranteed readings, but we're going to try to get to as many people as possible. If you're out there listening to us on iHeartRadio or our Apple app or any of the other podcasting areas that you would like to get your question answered, just go ahead over to our YouTube channel, subscribe and ring the bell, and then send us your question. We'll be more than happy to answer it. Now, if you guys want to get questions in as fast as possible, because you know we go straight down that list, you can always jump over to the show on YouTube 2 hours before the show starts and start asking your questions, and they will get starred and put in our I call it our chamber of questions. So the chamber of questions, you guys' question will be set in there. If you do it too early, it does disappear. So that's why I said only 2 hours before the show starts, because we don't want to miss any of the questions. Brenda says, I don't use YouTube. Oh, well, then you're going to have to wait, unfortunately, until the show starts, because Facebook doesn't give us that option. Facebook doesn't give the option to ask the questions before the show. And so YouTube does. So I'm sorry, Brenda. If you do ever get a YouTube, you can always go to our show on there and ask beforehand. I wish Facebook would do it, but unfortunately, they don't let us. All right. Well, let's keep on going. And the energy is good. We're pumped. We're ready to hang out, have a good time, have Journey shut the hell up and answer some questions. Who do we got first? Got a mega reading. Whoop, whoop. And Brenda, we are live. We are live. We're live right now. Who do we got for this beautiful mega? All right, we got Casey. Casey says, so the boss put notice. His boss called me today and asked if I was okay. I said yes. I also asked if there was a preferred candidate to backfill him and told no, I dropped it. Will I be offered the job? And the answer to that immediately is yes. If so, how will this happen? Any ideas of timing? Okay, so what I'm seeing right now is that they're going to kind of like look it over, because that decision can't be made by just one person. So what I can see right now with it is that, yes, the person who is trying to come about with all these answers is going to communicate with you. So I would say give it about 2 weeks and then bringing it in, because what they want to do is they want to change the way that this job is being done. They want to add to it. She put, it's 10-10 here. Nice. There's your confirmation. Energy is definitely going to go in your way. And like I said, this leads to how much they want to pay a person, what's going on here. The energy is definitely building you up. So they've got to talk and communicate amongst each other to find out who they want. But I definitely see that it's you that they want, and they're going to put that out there. So don't make don't put too much pressure on yourself. You can do the job. I don't feel like that's the problem. Problem here is not you doing the job. I definitely see you getting it, doing it, and getting paid more, which is great. And that's something they want to talk about. How much are we going to spend? How are we going to put this out there? What are we going to do to change this job? What are we going to add to this job? What are we going to take away from this job? Because I feel like they're going to create another job with this. So not only will you be able to do this job, but I feel like there's like an assistant type job that will come with it for somebody else, which would give you the opportunity to have someone to delegate extra work to, which would make this job's workload a lot easier for the next person, which this next person would be you. So this is perfect. So give it about 2 weeks before they make their decision. But they don't, from what I can tell, the person who's leaving, I don't feel like they're really upset about them. How do I put this? They're not doing this. They don't want that person to train. And I don't feel like they're unhappy with that person leaving. So they're kind of almost in a sense of relieved that this person has decided to put in their notice. She said, should I ask about it or just wait? I would wait. I would wait at least a week before mentioning it again. So, but yeah, it's going to take them 2 weeks before providing an answer. And they know that you would like to, and they want to put you forward for it. So the energy that I see circling this whole situation is that you're going to get this position. This position is yours. I have no doubt in my mind about it because there isn't another candidate that can do what this person could do and what you could do. So they've got to, now you got to remind yourself, they've got to find somebody to be able to replace you. And you're good at what you do. And so at the same time, they're like, yes, we would still have her, but who the hell's going to do her job the way that she did her job? So it's going to be really hard to find somebody to replace you in your current position because, yeah, let's just face it, girl, you kick ass and take names. There's no doubt in my mind there. And I definitely feel like this energy is going to come about in a good and positive way for you. But like I said, they've got to get somebody to be like an assistant. They got to get you into this new position and basically train you the way they would like you to be trained. And then on top of that, they've got to find somebody to replace your current job. And they got to find somebody who's good. So there's going to be a lot of interviewing, but don't worry, they're not interviewing for that position. They're interviewing for your job in order to move you and to interview for somebody new for that new position in which is being created, which that person would work directly for you with you. That person is there for you. They're not there to do everybody else's tasks. They're there to help you with yours because what they are going to add to the workload, but they're also going to give some of this workload over to, which would be the assistant person that I'm seeing, the new position being opened. So lots of good things, or adding new stuff, taking away some stuff, but the workload is going to be heavy. So I hope that you're ready and prepared to make all this happen because it's seriously going to be a very, it'll feel a little overwhelming at first, but this couldn't happen at a better time. That Aries energy, get her done, get it done now, move, 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 is really going to motivate you to get what you need to do done. And girl, you catch on fast. It's kind of like you show me once I got it. Don't tell me about it. Just show me what you need done and then I can do it. That is who you are. And you just fly with it. After that, it's like, show me once, I'm good. If I didn't pay attention, oops, show me one more time. But I do feel like you're paying attention because this is that energy that's like, do it, watch everything, keep everything in track, da-da-da-da-da-da. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. That's where you're at. And they're in the same mentality. They're got to get this done. Let's take this away and let's add this job. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's interview people for her job. But they all have to communicate first. So the upper management teams have to get together, communicate what they want to do. That's when they communicate with you. And that's when I see you getting this new opportunity. But the current boss that was in that position, are they still there? Because I still feel like their energy's there. Do they have any concerns about my candidacy? it's a level up. No, that's the thing. They don't. They don't have a problem with that. They don't have a problem with it at all. So the energy that I see with you and everything that's going on, you are perfect for the position. They've thought that a while back. So I don't feel like you have anything to worry about. For another 2 weeks, he'll be here. Okay, yeah, that's what I was feeling. And it's funny is because that's the time frame in which they're going to offer the job to you. But I also see he is going to be one that says she would be perfect. I hope so. Yeah, but the thing is that she's saying you will be perfect for this job. It's great. I mean, you're getting a recommendation, but remember their recommendation. Like I said, he is not one that was 100% liked. They didn't hate him, but kind of like a sigh of relief that he's going. But you're going to fit in because you're likable, you're workable, you're capable of communicating. This is what I'm talking about. This energy is beautiful, and it's going to keep moving forward. And you're going to start making more because your whole financial structure is going to grow tremendously. So, guys, just make sure that you're ready for this workload because it is a change. It's a little bit different, but I really feel like you have the strength in you. Just don't overwhelm yourself because, like I said, Mars is going into Cancer, and that's going to affect you on this energy. So it can be a little frustrating. She said, awesome. So just keep head down for the next week. Exactly. Just keep doing what you do. Keep shining like something shiny, a diamond. There we go. Couldn't think of diamond. I'm like, think of something shiny, Journey. But the thing is that you're going to shine, and you need to be proud of yourself for this and allow yourself to. Now, there are other people that will ask about this job, but no one that can come close to what you can do. So they couldn't even light a candle to you, sweetheart. There's a difference between can you see the sun or can you see this birthday candle from the same spot the sun is in? No, the sun's going to outshine that damn birthday candle. As a matter of fact, it's going to melt it to a billion bits. So, you don't have to worry about anybody coming in and stepping on your toes. Audrey said, shine bright like a diamond. Yeah, I couldn't think of diamond there for a minute. But yeah, Casey, this is amazing. This is amazing time for you, especially, like I said, that Aries energy is going to get that push you forward, do what you got to do, and everything be strong. So, Casey, congratulations early, but definitely saw this coming for you. Everything seems to be falling into place as we had talked about, and I'm so excited for you. Says, okay, I'll let you know in a week or two. Nothing else to worry about. Correct. Nothing else to worry about. You are in the perfect position to be able to move forward and do what's right for you. So I'm totally thrilled. Totally thrilled. She said, thank you. You're so welcome. This is definitely good energy. And like I said, guys, this energy, this Aries energy is going to push you in a way that you weren't expecting. And then that Cancer, I keep wanting to say Mercury. It's Mars. I must have picked that up from Squirrel. All right, I got rid of it. All right, so because when she was doing her transits the other day, she was trying to say Mars, and I don't know how many times she said Mercury and said, not Mercury, Mars. So I just gave it back to her. I don't want that shit. I'll take her love, but I don't want her to screw me up. I guarantee you she's laughing her ass off right now. But because we love our nutty little friend Squirrel. And she's on right after this show. So guys, make sure you're tuning into that. Whispers from the Forest. And her and I both couldn't say her own show name the other day. We kept saying of the forest. I'm like, from, it's freaking from. Everybody's laughing. But guys, let's keep it going. Who do we got next on this beautiful list tonight? We've got Gemma B. Gemma says, I worry about my son, Tyler. He has a girlfriend. They live together, but doesn't have any friends. Will he find any? He's autistic and has depression. Oh, He said that he said that makes it hard to go out and meet people. So the depression's keeping him inside like a freaking hermit. He's not allowed to be able to express himself either. The girlfriend does take a lot of his time. I don't feel like she's trying to trap him there, but she likes spending that time with him. So they kind of feel he's in a comfortable space where I got my girlfriend and everything's cool. But at the same time, he's judging himself way too hard, way too hard. And that's causing that problem for him. He doesn't need to be in that type of situation. He doesn't need to be judging himself because, people, he can find friends with autism as well. I mean, he's not the only person in the world, and he needs to maybe start looking in groups like that, maybe start talking to people in those groups, find out if there's anybody local. And she's his center, but needs his own life. Right. Yes, he does need his own life, but he actually needs to put forth the work. Friends are not going to show. No one's mailing you a friend. UPS is not dropping your friend off at the door. They're just not. It's like dating. You got to go out there and sell yourself and show people how great you are so they can understand you, someone you relate to. And that way you can get out. But he has to start making the steps. And that's a step he's not taking. And that has a lot to do with his judgment. I wish that UPS could drop friends off. That would be great, because then I would have friends here. But I live on top of a mountain. It's kind of... That was kind of, living on a mountaintop is boring for some people. Not for me. I love it. I love it. She says, I encourage him to socialize, but he won't. Exactly. He's his own obstacle. He's his own obstacle. Unfortunately, I wish I could say differently, but I don't see him making friends anytime soon. Unless he takes the step. Everybody, we got to take steps to do things. But again, here we go with that Aries energy. It's time to get out and do. Go out and do. It's time. Take that step, but don't be the fool. Don't be the fool. He said what? Oh, he says, I'm his best friend. Well, my mom's my best friend, so, there's nothing wrong with that, but I do have other friends. Shelly says, where do you live? Journey, Colorado? No, actually, I live in Kentucky. So, yes, and there's mountains here, too. We're not far from Old Rocky Top. All right. So, Groovy Brown Goddess says, can you do? Oh, I always do. That sounded gross, but it was funny. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Who do we got next? All right, we got Audrey. Audrey says, hey, the energy in my house is so bad today. Got home and wanted to go back to work. Is there something I need to know about Wes? Attitude, just like you said, since Kyle's house last weekend. Yeah, that was a toxic energy. Also, he's at home, barely doing anything with his time, but jumps up to follow me to make sure I'm not smoking cigs, which is making me want to smoke 100. Yeah. So what I can tell you about the situation. So remember, I just said Aries energy, do. So you got the do-dos, and maybe he's got the do-dos. That's why he's not doing anything. But the thing is that what's happening with him is that everybody seems to be doing something, growing at a fast pace. He's feeling really down on himself. The energy is, dying out. He doesn't feel like he can be around his friends. So he's around you all the time, trying to make sure, and let him know. And you just have to say it. Just say, I don't need a babysitter. Please stop. You're causing me more stress than I need. And he will stop. I do see that he will. It's just hard to say that to a person that you care about because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But at the same time, they're working your last nerve like it's yesterday's dinner. Like they're just kicking its ass. And you don't want that. You need to be able to breathe. But yeah, the energy in your house She said, I did. Good girl. Awesome. Kick ass and take names with that. But what I'm going to tell you is that the energy that I see there, it's not going to change until he gets off his ass. Literally get off your ass and be able to move forward. He say, hey, look, I circled some jobs. Check them out. Get him motivated. He needs motivation. He's got no motivation. That's why. That's why he's got zero motivation. He just needs a little bit of motivation. He needs to go hang out with some friends or something, and not the crappy ones. Not the crappy ones. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Audrey, hang in there, girl. The energy is going to take a while to kind of balance in your house because this fiery energy is not something that's working in balance for your house. It's not. It's kind of toxic. Kind of toxic. And it will stay that way for a couple days. Wow, didn't hear anything. Computer froze. Whoa, she said, oh, good stuff. Brooke, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And guys, don't forget this summer, we've got more readers coming on. So we're going to have people joining us, and you guys haven't had your chance to meet them. You will as we get into the month of April. So guys, make sure you tune in for those shows because we'll be introducing more psychics to the network. So more and more, here we come. Oh, Karina says, no question, just donating while I can. Thank you. You're so sweet, Karina. We love you so much. And Karina is always on our shows. And we had a little oopsie poopsie with her one day. And one of the people in the back accidentally blocked her. And then we fought so hard to know which ones to get. Go on the YouTube channel. Go here, go here. So we fixed the problem, but she got back in. Oh, it was so good that we got to keep her. I was like, no, what is happening? It's not happening. All right. Audrey, thank you so much for your question, guys. We're going to keep it going. Let's see who we got next. Who's next on this beautiful list? We got Diana. When will I be in a relationship, please? So, Diana, when it comes to a relationship, I keep seeing that old energies from a relationship need to come to an end. So if you're thinking about your past relationship or anything that possibly may be holding you back from this, don't allow that energy. Cut all ties to your past relationships. Don't let any of them try to come back into your life to try to tell you that they changed, because none of them have changed. I get a lot of loneliness with exes, but don't let that happen. I'm talking about way past. From what I can tell you right now, what you can do is get yourself out there a little bit more. I kind of feel like you've been kind of in a hermit mode here recently, and that's not unexpected with wintertime and things like that. If you're in the northern hemisphere right now, because I don't know where everybody's at. Sometimes people are in the southern hemisphere and it's summer there right now. Actually, it's going into fall for them. We're getting close to fall for them. But the thing is that your energies are changing and you're ready for dating. So when it comes to a relationship, I honestly feel like you're looking more towards summertime for a relationship, because the work that needs to be done is getting yourself out there and being a part of something. The thing is that you will have a relationship, but you have to put in the work. There's got to be a little bit of work that needs to be put in there, but not a lot. It's not terrible. I just want you to be able to put forth all that energy towards meeting someone new and allowing yourself to grow, because that's what it's about. But it's time to make new friends. By making these new friends, you make the new relationship. So not only are you falling in love, but you've got some new great friends to hang out with and be a part of. So it's actually really good. It's not just... She says, will it be the man I want to be with? I mean, when going into a relationship at that point, you'll want to be with him. So, I mean, if you've got someone particular in your sights at this moment, I don't feel like that relationship is happening. So you might need to do something in order to make that happen. So there's a possibility to make things happen. She said, thank you. You're so welcome. So welcome. Now, if you got your sights on somebody and you're hoping that they're wanting to notice you, you have to do things to make them notice you. Just an act of kindness in some way can really make people see who you truly are. But if you don't put in that and just hope that they're going to communicate with you, you can find yourself sitting and waiting for a long time and then getting mad at somebody else for putting out that energy and then they get the attention from the person you want, and then you get pissed off, and it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. So always take that step to do something positive to make things happen for yourself. Because if you're not the one doing the work, then it becomes a pain in the ass. All right. Guys, this has been good. This has been good energy. Good so far. All right, let's keep it going. Hi, how are ya? New people. It's Joyce. She said hi. Hi, Joyce. How are ya? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you being here. All right. Sorry, I'm working 2 screens here at the same time. Well, I can do it. I'm used to it. And Brooke said, oh my God, I'm free at last. Apparently she's out of Facebook jail. All right, good thing. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Who do we got next on this beautiful list tonight? We got Colleen said, how many weeks notice do you see me ultimately agreeing to give when I leave my job? I think this may be continuous. There's also an event at the end of June, and curious if I opt out of that too. Okay, so when it goes to this job, I see a 3-week notice. I do still see you doing that. Don't opt out of that last thing in June. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. It's not what you're looking for. I honestly feel as though the energy is definitely something that you need. There's something there that you're going to get that is going to make things happen for you. So it's a type of experience or something to that nature that you're going to receive. And it keeps showing me you meeting people who you need to connect with. So you're going to get something big out of this. So don't opt out of the June thing, but I do feel like they're going to expect like 3 weeks notice for your current job when you take on this new job. So still do the June thing for them. That way you have held all of your agreements without letting anybody down. And that will shine highly on you. Because there's something in this event and people at this event that you need to meet and become in contact with. So make sure that you're doing that. But yeah, don't opt out of that. She put, okay, got it. So everyone will be okay with that. Yes. And like I said, you'll shine for that. They're going to see that you are of upholding all of your obligations. And that was an obligation prior to you deciding to look for new positions. Okay? All right. Good stuff. All right, guys, don't forget tonight at midnight, we do have Whispers from the Forest with my nutty little friend Squirrel. And be careful. Her, what does she call it? Blank mind or something like that? Squirrel mind, nutty mind. It's contagious. It's contagious, guys. And Colleen says, yes, got it. Absolutely. It's going to be great. You're in a very good position, Colleen. So is KC. I love this do it energy. It's absolutely great, and I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, guys, who do we got next? All right, we got a mega reading. Whoop, whoop. All right, we got Blanca. I ruined it with Nick, Journey. I'm good at ruining a good thing, wanting more. I feel he will end up never wanting to see me to see again. I don't blame him. Should I just stay away? Honey, you can't. I don't feel like it's over, but I don't feel like it's going to go back to the same. It's going to take time in order to be able to rebuild this situation. But with this situation, I really feel like you're putting pains from your past onto a current relationship where it doesn't exist. I feel as though that there's pressures there that don't need to be there either. And she goes, I wanted him to want more. I wanted more from him, but he pulled away. I felt eventually he probably would have, but I pulled back. I should have just stayed away. I'm better off alone. Really? Let me get the violin for you. Here it is. No, you're not better off alone. You need to stop doing that shit. Seriously. I'm not joking with you. You need to stop doing that. Stop. Why are you ruining your own stuff? You are doing that. I want more out of him. You know what? When he's ready to communicate those feelings that he hides behind, he's going to tell you the same way that when you hide behind your feelings, like this darkness that you're putting over everything. I'm better off alone. No, you're not. You're not better off alone. You just got to let things happen. Let things unfold. I know it's been a while since you've dated, but you have to let people come out on their own time, not your time. It's not Blanca time. It's when I feel comfortable. That's where Nick is at. When I feel comfortable, I'll be able to tell you what I feel. I know you feel a lot of positive energy with him, but you're expecting more out of him that you're not capable of getting right now because he's not willing to open up to that level yet. He's building his relationship with you. As a matter of fact, he loves you, but he's not gone forever. But don't get pissed off at him. You can't get mad at him for reacting the way that he's reacting right now. He's feeling overwhelmed at the moment. And that Aries do can go in a wrong direction too. It can turn it into real do. You can go down the wrong path and you're pushing too hard. I know you love him and I know he loves you. And I do feel like you guys can come back together, but you guys have got to stop putting so much pressure on each other because it's hurting the relationship. Let him come out on his time. You can come out in your time. But I do feel like the energy is definitely going to, it's going to be in your favor, but you really need to see what's happening here. You really need to feel the love here. I know you love him, and I need you to respond right now because I know that because of what I just said to you, it wasn't what you wanted about the, oh, you're better off alone thing. Because I'm not going to tell you that because I don't believe that. And I also don't see that. You guys are in a pickle. Says, I gave him what he wanted and I felt like crap. Why? Why did you feel like crap? There's a lot of holes in this story. There's a lot of holes in this story. And I don't want to fill in the blanks because some things are better not said publicly. Some things are better not said publicly. I don't want to shame anybody or do anything like that. So some things I will hold back. Private readings, I will definitely tell you. But some things are just not good to say on a live. But I do know what he feels and I do know what you feel. And I know that you both love each other. You guys were like children on top of each other. because he wants fun and I want a relationship. He doesn't just want fun. If that's all he wanted, he would have been gone a long time ago. That's not what he wanted. He wants more than fun. But what is happening is that your emotions towards him are overwhelming him, and he's not ready to open up to that level yet. He will get there, and he does want this. But he's got to come to it in his own time. And I feel like this is something that's communicated quite a bit. It's feeling overwhelming. But fun, I don't have time for. It's not for fun, sweetheart. It's not. And fun is not not from what I'm picking up, sweetheart. He wasn't. She says, I need time away. No, I don't feel like he needs time to think and you need time to think. But I'm going to tell you right now, don't go in that dark depression state. Don't do it. Because every time you find yourself getting happy, you find a way to go back to the darkness. Because that's what you're used to. Because that's what your family's done to you. That's what your other friends have done to you. They like keeping you in the dark. You've become so connected to that darkness that it feels like something's missing out of your life, which causes a depression. It's hard to walk away from the darkness. It is hard. It is not something you can do on your own. Sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need counseling. Sometimes you need, maybe there's something wrong with your chemical balance. You need something that's going to make sure that you find that balance that you're looking for. But don't put yourself in that position. You need to make sure that you're doing everything right for yourself. Don't hurt yourself, because even going in that darkness is hurting yourself. And I don't want you to feel that way. I know that you're a loving person, and I know that you want this to develop, and I do feel like it will develop. I don't feel like you have any problem with that happening. She says, I opened up my heart and I told him how I felt about him. I told him I wanted to bring him around and I got shut down. He's not ready for that. So I detached. So because somebody doesn't want to do that at that time, you're going to that's childish. That's childish, honey. Just because he's not ready doesn't mean that he doesn't want to eventually. He doesn't. It's not that. He's not ready. He's scared. He's scared that he's going to show up with around your kids or around your friends, and there's going to be judgment. And he's not ready for that judgment. He's scared. That's why he said no to that. That doesn't mean you need to detach yourself. No, that I understand. I won't pressure him. But you did. Detaching yourself from somebody is pressure. You didn't do what I want, so I'm going to detach. And then eventually you'll just do what I want, because no, get that mentality out of your head. You need to talk to him. You need to send him a letter. Send him a text message. Send him a letter. That's romantic in a sense, but send him a message that says, I understand where you're at. I'm sorry if it felt like pressure. It's not what I want for you. I just want to share you with the rest of the world. We're not done here. I see, thank you, but we're not done here. That's cute. So you need to communicate that you love him and that you care for him, but we can do this on his time. You can do this on his time because you care for him too, and you would like to see this grow. Both of you have to come to an understanding. It can't be a one-way street. It can't be a one-way street. He loves you. You love him. Let it happen. Let it develop slowly with time. It will come together. Trust me. It'll come together. But don't detach and don't try to argue with him. And that won't make it work. That'll just push it away. Stop with the detachment. Don't go into a dark hole. Allow yourself to see the light. See who you are deep inside. Show him the Blanca I know. Show him. Let her come out. Let her come out. Not your other personality. You know which one it is. So, you know, the one I made jokes about for you. Honey, you've got a lot of love on your side, and maybe you should pick up the phone and we should have a one-on-one. We can either do a counseling or we can do a reading, but definitely get in contact with me because there are things that I couldn't say here on the live for you. Honey, I appreciate you. I love you. My heart's with you. You're going to get through this. So I'll talk to you later. It's a very hard situation, especially with somebody who has been in a place where they lost a loved one that they cared so much about, in this case, her husband. It's hard to get past that. And going into the dating world, you're going to find yourself finding things about your past relationship that you bring into your present, or you get overwhelmed with emotions or feelings. It could bring you back into that darkness. And that's kind of what's happening there. All right, let's keep it going, guys. I've only got about 15 minutes left, so let's go, guys. Who do we got next? All right, we got a 3-minute reading. Whoop, whoop. We got Shelly. Shelly says, will I change jobs or stay at my job longer? Now, Shelly, with that being said, right off the bat, I did see you staying at the current job just a little bit longer, but the opportunities in which you're looking for are right around the corner. As we go into the month of April, I feel as that there's new opportunities dropping at your feet. Now, not only are you going to be getting opportunities and offers from other jobs, which I feel like you need to put forth a little bit more effort about looking for another job, because it's hard to get another job if you don't have enough out there in order to get what's meaty. You need something different. You need something, you need change. And I get that. But even in the current job that you have, I do see change coming your way, but it's not quite good enough. I'm going to tell you that. The pay is not much higher, and it just doesn't feel like, oh my God, this is great. No, it feels like, oh, this is the same. More work. $1 more an hour. Woo! Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So put forth a little bit more time into your resume. Get yourself out there. Allow yourself to be able to breathe. Do things that are good for you. I definitely feel like that energy will come forth, this Aries energy. I'm telling you guys, I know I keep talking about it, but it's on fire. It's hot and it's pushing really hard. I've seen it on all levels so far, and it is just going and going and going and going. And it just keeps digging its nails in. So make sure it's digging its nails in the positive versus the negative. You don't want it to be negative. But the thing is that this energy that I'm seeing here is an opportunity outside of the current job. I do feel like they're going to offer you something more. Don't take it. It's not worth your time, as the better job is on its way. So I do feel like you are going to leave, but this month of April will show you that door, and it will give you that opportunity to be able to move forward. Okay. So don't find yourself, don't stay stressed. Because change is coming. This is a time for you to put forth all that energy. Shelly says, okay, I have custody of my grandkids, and the hours of the day daycare are 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I didn't see that as something that stood in your way, sweetheart. And Shelly says, thank you so much. You are welcome, sweetheart. But the thing is that where you're going and the things that are changing are not going to affect your daily life. It's just a better And Shelly, thank you so much again. Groovy Brown Goddess says the key to not getting caught up in squirrel is to recognize the squirrelism and call her on them. I do. I had to give it back to her. I was jumping over my own words here. I was like, and we don't need that. Give it back to her. Don't worry, she'll throw it back at me as soon as I see her again. She's just gonna handful of it too. She'll be like, here. And now I'm gonna sound like Porky Pig. Deep dap, deep deep dap, dip dip deep 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 dip dip. Gotta love my squirrel. Gotta love my squirrel. She's one of the best. I love her so much. All right, guys. But speaking of squirrel, if you guys haven't seen the transits in you, make sure you guys go to our YouTube channel and watch the transits in you, and gives you a astrological forecast of what's going to happen the week ahead. So it's great to understand why you're feeling certain ways, or how that affects you on what type of sign you are, or what's happening in the cosmos, the squares and the sextiles and the thing and the more things. And she explains it better than I am right now. But I see it differently than she does. We get the same answer. She's looking at a chart. I see it psychically. So we put it together and we're like, holy shit. And we're like, yes, that's why. Okay, perfect. Got it. Go team. I don't know what team we named. Oh, Moose and Squirrel. Moose and Squirrel. Yes, there we go. There we go. All right. So, and that's not Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's Journey and Squirrel. There's none of that. All right, guys, let's keep it going. I don't have much time. Who do we got next? With Audrey. So lack of motivation in a man drives me away. We gonna make it, laugh out loud. I feel his only motivation is watching me. We are supposed to get pre-approved tomorrow. I don't believe that you guys will separate. This is a hard time. I'm not going to take that away from you, because I got that this was a very hard time for you. And I want you to be able to adjust to that situation, but also show him, you've got to do things, and you doing things. You're right about him watching you gives him some motivation, but it's not giving him enough. You need to give him a chore list. Okay? Give him a chore list. Be like, well, since you're going to be home with your thumb up your rear, you need to be, she says, oh my God. She says, oh my God. Yes. So give him a chore list. Oh, the dishes need to be done. The lawn needs to be mowed. This needs to be cleaned. This needs to be done. This needs to be done. That needs to be done. You want to do laundry? Fold this. Go get this. Go do this. Make him do errands. Get his ass doing stuff. Get him doing stuff. That is what you need. Watching my 5-year-old laugh out loud. Yes, that is part of it, but that's not all of it. Clean the house. You want to be a housewife? Perfect. Here you go. Here comes the chore list that comes with being a housewife. Being a housewife is a full-time job. It does not stop. It doesn't have hours, because it's 24 hours a day. You're lucky to get sleep. She says, I'm trying to. No, really. Say it. When he doesn't do something, be like, hey, I thought you were going to do the dishes today. Hey, I thought you were going to mow the lawn today. Hey, you're going to do this. Hey, I thought you were going to do that. Hey. Put yellow sticky notes everywhere. Don't forget to fold the laundry. Don't forget to unload the dishwasher. Don't forget to feed the child. Don't forget you're watching the child. Don't watch TV until the dishes are done. Like, treat him like a teenager until he's like, I don't want to take this from you. Good. That means you want to take orders from somebody else. Perfect. That's called a job. Go get one. You're capable. I know he wants to be a carpenter. I know he wants to do that. And he can. He can. I don't see that being taken from him, but he's got to get motivated to do it. And you got to start giving him chores to do, which is going to be like, I don't want to do this. I want to go back to work. It will motivate him to go to work. And no beer at the house while she said, oh, laugh out loud. Honey, you'll get pre-approved. I wanted to answer that for you, but you'll get pre-approved. Everything will work out because we're in that do energy. I don't know what he wants right now. He will figure that out as he goes, but he will start to do all that as we go further down the line. So you guys will make it. You guys will make it. All right. Thank you so much, Audrey. I do appreciate you and your question, guys. This is the last question of the night. Who do we got next? All right, we got a 3-minute reading. Whoop, whoop. And no, this will not be my last question of the evenings. Someone popped up with another one. I got you, Taylor. I saw you. That's why I said this is not my last one. All right, so Jimma B says, my son Taylor struggles with change, but wants a new job. Will he get a better one? Stress triggers his depression and mostly audio hallucinations, which holds him and worries him. Okay, so I do feel like he has the capability of getting another job, but it is going to take time. So he's got to stop beating himself up with the current job. He needs to accept the work that he currently has. So what I can tell you right now, when it comes to him, I do feel like he needs to maybe go online and find somewhere where he can get a certificate, something that he needs to be able to work remote. I feel like that's going to be the best job for him, is doing something remotely, and suggesting to go to school, get a certificate, maybe like cybersecurity or something like that, something that he could do from the comforts of his own home. And I know that he wants friends. He will make some over the internet with working with colleagues and stuff, but he won't have to go out, and that'll help relieve some stress, but that'll also give him the energy in which he needs in order to be able to move forward. So he will be able to open that door, communicate, and start going into public, because now he won't be doing that. He'll be stuck at home working, but he definitely needs a remote job, especially with all that going on for him. There's 2 women that were being nasty to him, and it ruins the job for him. He'd love to work alone. Right. And that's why work from home popped up for me, and it showed me he needs some type of certificate. So if he has any money to put towards a job like cybersecurity or something else that he could do online, that will help him. That will help him. But right now, I feel as though he is kind of stuck there until he's capable of doing something like that. But I don't see any remote jobs that he would be able to pick up at the moment, but he needs to start looking for them. And like I said, go to like one of those courses that gives you certificates online, and that way he can, do something remotely that will benefit him. But right now, I don't see, he doesn't need to quit. That's the one thing. Don't let him quit. He lacks confidence a lot. But him going to school and learning that the things that he loves are going to come through. They're going to be awesome for you. And they're going to be awesome for him. He needs to see that for himself. I tell him to look into it. Right. Yes. Tell him to look into it. It's something that I think he's going to love. That's why cybersecurity. He loves technology. He loves it. He doesn't know how to do everything, but that's what the courses are for. The courses will teach you step by step. Learn at your own pace. This will give him the opportunity that he needs in order to move on his own pace. So definitely tell him to look into that and tell me all about that so he knows. Yes, he's a homeowner and needs to carry on working. Yes, yes, he does. And like I said, don't quit your job. Look into the tech situation. And I feel like he's going to be satisfied and happy with that because he will be able to work by himself. Gemma, thank you so much for your question. I do appreciate it. I did get one more question out there, so I have to go ahead and grab that real quick, guys. But we are at the end of the show, guys. Who do I got next? All right, 3-minute reading. Whoop, whoop. All right, we got Taylor. Taylor says, what is Habib's intentions with me this year? I want to date / fling with him this year. Okay, so it's funny. And she put, hi, Journey with my brown hearts. I love that, Taylor. Love it. This girl always gives me the hearts. I love it, Taylor. Thank you. But the thing is with him is I do feel like a fling is there. Far as a relationship at this point, I don't feel like it would be a deep relationship. It's definitely surface. But I don't. Spending money on you is something I see is happening. Like, I see cash. I keep seeing cash for you. And so to me, this looks like taking you on trips and doing things with you, providing money for you, things like that. So I know it's not something you're asking for or looking for, but that is the direction I see it. She put crying faces and then laughed my ass off. So he's willing to do that, but as a deep relationship, he's scared. There's a nervousness there because he doesn't 100% believe that people really like him for him. So he has trouble with his own self-esteem about how people feel about him. So it's hard for him to really grasp that. She goes, that's something I definitely like. Yes, but talk to him about him. Motivate him. Let him know, even when he's not doing it. Let's say he's not doing anything special. You guys are just chit-chatting. Let him know how great he is. He needs to be able to hear that. She goes, yeah, I get that. But let him know how great he is. Let him know that you are going to give him great compliments and you're going to compliment him because you want to, not because, oh, thanks for the roses. Oh, thanks for dinner. Oh, thanks for this trip. Nothing like that. He needs to hear it. He needs to be lifted. She goes, plus he doesn't believe I like him. He thinks I'm still playing with him. It's been 4 years. That's his insecurities, not yours. You're not playing with him. Right. He's insecure. Exactly. His insecurity is taking you down a road that you don't want to be a part of. And that's hard on you. That's not something that you need to deal with. But like I said, by building that trust, that love for him, you're going to help him relieve some of that insecurity where he takes you a little bit more seriously. He thinks that a lot of people just are after things that he can get them or the people he knows that can help them survive. You're not doing that. You really do like him. So let's show him that. Let's show him that you really like him. So talk him up, bring him up, let him know, purple looks good with your eyes, or I love the way you did your hair today. He says, right, I see that. And, tell him in those jeans, your ass looks fat and juicy. He'll love that. He'll love that. His friends are like that too. Right. Like-minded friends. They all act that way. But Taylor, honey, hang in there. Like I said, surface level relationship, which I would consider a fling, nothing deep, but it can get there. Just bring him his confidence. Guys, that is the end of my show. Taylor, thank you so much. She says, thank you. Oh my gosh, the not fat and juicy. Laugh my ass off. Right. Even if he's got pancake butt, honey. Even if he's got pancake butt. Tell him his ass is fat and juicy. They like to hear that. Gemma says he looks computers. I'm assuming he loves computers, and thank you. You are welcome, sweetheart. All right, guys, that is the end of my show. Don't forget, in 1 hour, to tune in to Whispers from the Forest with Squirrel. Absolutely amazing. And then watch her throw her porky pig shit at me, and I'll be in the back not knowing how to type to you guys. So, love you guys. Love you, Squirrel. Bye. I don't know. All right, bye.